Hey, I'm Alex Branning, and you are watching a Branning Group Productions video. We are here to help you launch profitable marketing campaigns, find new revenue streams, and even coach you so you can do it yourself. Schedule a call with me today, alexbranning.com/call. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Alex Branning with the Insurance Marketing Experts Podcast, and today I'm proud to welcome my good friend, Robert Breiner from Palmdale, California. I've actually known Robert for 7 years. We have had a ton of fun together doing things with online marketing and, more importantly, just living life. So I've been to his house. I've seen the way he does business, and just a great, genuine guy. He is famous in our local market for how he gets referrals. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So, Robert, thank you so much for being on the podcast, and let's talk referrals.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Yeah. So the simplest thing I really find out is that everyone out there is a secret agent. Mm-hmm. And this is weird, but see, I have these shirts that I buy from the company. It says State Farm on it. And I wear it every day of the week, even Saturdays and Sundays. And if I go to Costco or Sam's Club, people go, "Oh, are you working?" I said, "Yes, I am." And they said, "Oh, I have an insurance question." I said, "Okay, no problem. Ask away." And they'll ask me a question regarding whether it's State Farm or not State Farm. I don't care. And then I said, "By the way, here's my business card. And if you have any other questions, give me a call. Be happy to answer for them." And believe it or not, I get a ton of referrals that way. And it's only because I'm wearing a shirt that actually I can write off my income taxes as a uniform. So it's kind of a win-win situation. Another thing I've kind of put together, which my business card, I don't know if you can see this or not, is actually a poker chip.
Nice. I love that.
I don't know if that's visible or not, but it's a poker chip. And on the back or on the front says, "Don't gamble on your insurance." And so this is actually my business card. And on the back side, it's got the phone number of my office, because if you want to get a hold of me, you can call my office. It's better to call my office because they're the ones that run the quotes. Another thing that I give away, and this is kind of a weird thing, but it's a little jar opener or a beer opener if you guys drink beer. And what I like about this is that this goes in the kitchen. And so I don't know if you realize that, but most of your buying power or buying decision maker is actually the women. Oh, yeah. And so you want to kind of stay in front of them as far as that. And then to go with that as well, I have this little conversion kitchen helper. I know your wife's a big cook. Yeah. And this has got like a little couple tips on like how many teaspoons equal a tablespoon, and different measurements that women use all the time, and guys, if you're a baker or cook as well. But that is probably the starting point of how I get my referrals. Another trick that I did, which is kind of interesting. So my name is Robert Breiner, but my family middle name is Ramos. Okay. And Ramos is a Mexican name, and Ramos in Mexico is like Smith in America. Got it. Jones. So it turns out that Palmdale is 64% Hispanic. So I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. All the other guys have white guy names. I said, why don't I just go ahead and use the family name? So I actually called compliance. I said, "Hey, family name's Ramos. Can I use it can I change my name on my business cards or website?" They said, "Yeah, we don't care as long as it's legit." I don't think they even cared. And so now I go by Robert Ramos Breiner. And nice. There again, because of the tie-in to Hispanic, they tend to want to work with somebody who's like them. But you want to do business with people you like, know, and trust. And obviously, if you've got a name that's common, and if you have the ability to take advantage of that as well, certainly do so, and that's free.
I love it. I love all the tips and all the little things that you give away. That's brilliant. There's just nothing like having a physical product of yours in your client's house. Absolutely. Now, you build a lot of referral relationships as well. Right. I'm just amazed at how many people, know you and send you business on a regular basis. Can you talk about how you've built that foundation of having people just look to you as their insurance partner?
Well, obviously, the biggest thing is probably Facebook. Mm-hmm. And if you go to my Facebook page, it's not locked down. It's open to everybody. I don't limit it to friends of friends. I don't care. So you can see my stuff. And the weird part is, in the contact information, it says Robert Breiner, insurance agent. Here's my phone number. Here's my address. How to get a hold of me. And then on my feeds, I always look for funny stuff. Mm-hmm. The old saying, funny is money. And so I'll look for kind of clever photos or funny stuff And I very seldom say anything about, hi, I'm an insurance agent. I'm really great. Come buy from me, which a lot of realtors do that, which drives me crazy because I said, I don't care about you, entertain me or give me something helpful. So a lot of times we'll just put on Facebook something that I see. I take a lot of pictures because people like the visual effect. If you see something on the road that's weird or goofy, take a picture of it and post it on Facebook. And if you go to my Facebook page, it's Robert Breiner, and you can see the kind of the stuff that I do and copy it. Borrow it. I don't care. That's all good for everybody. Yeah. Interesting part. I'm also Instagram. Okay, let me back up. Facebook is good for the older folks. When I say older, I'm saying 35 to 80 or 90. Now, Instagram seems to be the younger folks thing. Believe it or not, as a photographer, you would think I'd be all over Instagram, but I've only posted, I think, 4 photos, and I've got like 2,000 followers up of 4 photos, and they're not that good of photos. I'm just testing out because I don't know how to use them. Yeah. So I'll go to, actually I have to have my 12-year-old. I said, hey, how do I post on Instagram? Because he's a big Instagrammer guy. And he goes, okay, you got to push this, you got to push that, and hit the plus sign. I don't know. So he walks me through it. So I got 4 photos thanks to my 12-year-old. So that's the magic there. So Facebook, really good. Stay away from the political stuff. No one likes that. No one cares. You're not going to make a difference. Political, when I say political, gun stuff. Once again, you got to have people that love guns. You have people that hate guns. You're not going to convince them to change their mind because of what your views are. So I try to stay away from that. Yeah. That type of thing. And obviously another thing I use Facebook for is I check in a lot. And when I say check in a lot, I try to go to mom and pop restaurants. My wife and I, we go to lunch every day. And we try to go to mom and pop shops. That way we can promote them. And people say, well, you're always eating lunch. I said, I know I'm always eating lunch because that's what we do. But if you notice that I'm checking into like a new restaurant or a restaurant that's fairly new, it's mom and pop. I don't promote Denny's or McDonald's because no one cares about that. But if you can find a hidden gem and you promote it, number one, people see that with a photo, by the way, with a photo.
I love it.
And then I've heard feedback say, you know what, I didn't know where to go for lunch, and I saw your photo of the Mexican restaurant that you went to down the street, and we went there to try it out for the first time, and we loved it. So there again, Facebook uses, you're basically using Facebook to market for free. Now I know you can do Facebook ads. I've tried that in the past. I didn't have a lot of success for that because I don't think people go to Facebook to buy stuff. Yeah, I think they go to Facebook to get entertained.
Yeah, that's what we found too. People do not go on Facebook or Instagram to buy insurance. So we use our giveaway funnel for that.
That makes sense.
But let's talk about your referral partners also that are working with your clients and sending you clients. Right. A lot with real estate agents. I mean, I remember going into real estate. I would go into a real estate office on Monday, and you'd be there. Then I'd go to a different real estate office on Wednesday, and there's Robert Breiner. I'm like, this guy's everywhere in the real estate world.
and believe it or not, I get more referrals from mortgage people.
Okay.
It's kind of weird because you think there's, I don't know how many, I think in the Antelope Valley, my market area, there's probably 2,000 realtors that are paying their annual dues. And mortgage people, I think there might be maybe 100 of them in the Antelope Valley. And so for some reason, they send me more business than the real estate people. And I think because they need that to get paid and closed, whereas with a realtor, they get the listing, they put it on the MLS, and then they look for the next deal.
Yeah.
So they're not working the file as diligently as a lender would, even though they're still, no one gets paid until they close escrow. Right. But it turns out that the mortgage people are more file sensitive to making sure that the insurance is there. And so we get a lot of referrals there. And then, by the way, I also have a referral program, and it's a fake $10 bill, and it says tell a friend and receive a gift card. So if someone calls us up for a quote, or you refer somebody to us, we say, hey, by the way, who do we thank for the referral? We always assume that you found us through a referral, not through the phone book, or not, well, phone book, they don't make that anymore, but anywhere else. So we say our word track is, who do we thank for this referral? And assuming that there's a referral involved, and they said, oh, by the way, my neighbor or my hairdresser Sally said, you got great, good prices, and you guys are easy to work with. So we send Sally a $10 gift card. And then if the client buys from us, we send Sally a thank you card with a $20 gift card.
Nice.
So it's still compliant. I guess in California, you're allowed to give away up to $25 at a time. So we have the thank you one for 10. Down the road, if they buy, we say thank you again for the referral. Keep us in mind for any other referrals.
Awesome.
So that's a big plus. And I'll tell you another kind of a cool secret that I've been using for years, and no one seems to get this one. So I'm a State Farm agent. So driving around, I'll see a farmer's agent, or I'll see a Liberty Mutual agent, or I'll see somebody else. I'll actually stop by and introduce myself to those guys. And people go, wow, that's your competition. Why would you do that? I go, they're not my competition. Because if someone moves from out of the area to Palmdale and they decide, well, now's a good time to get quotes, but they've been with State Farm for so long, or any other company, they have a longevity discount. So they might get a quote from Farmers, and Farmers is going to be, $300 more than State Farm. They're going to go, well, we're expensive. We know, we can't beat you because you've got this longevity discount, but here's the State Farm guy down the street that's pretty nice, and I've met him personally. I know him personally. Give him a call.
Yeah.
And we get a ton of referrals from other companies, and vice versa. Vice versa. If we have a situation where we're not real popular on drunk drivers, we don't insure those. So other companies have a market for that. And so if someone comes in and say, hey, I've got a drunk driving, I've got 3 of them, I need insurance. I said, well, you kind of have the wrong place, but you might want to give these guys a call. I don't know the pricing, but at least that's an option, and you can kind of run from there.
That's awesome. Now, how do you build your relationships with the mortgage guys? Because you mentioned you get a lot of referrals from them. What does that look like? Do you have a system?
I do have it's the gift cards, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then also there's a company I use out there, I'm sure you're familiar with. It's called Send Out Cards.
Okay. Nice.
And the way Send Out Cards works, it's a greeting card company that you go online and you build a database, then it saves it for you. And you put birthdays, anniversaries, and you have notes. And what I do is I try to send a card to them every, 5 times a year. And it's just a thank you card that comes in the mail. It's direct mail. It comes with a real stamp, real greeting card in the mail. It's a physical card. And it's weird because the last couple of years, I've noticed that direct mail is picking up again.
Yeah.
I think people are tired with the digital stuff. I get all the time e-cards. And because of bugs and viruses, I never open them up. Just because I don't want the problems associated with any potential hacks or viruses that I get on my system. So I don't do that. Greeting card comes in the mail, no problem. And it comes with a real stamp, a real address, and we say thank you as well. So that comes as a way of staying in touch, number one. And then also popping by, stop by, say hi. We do that all the time. One time, I'll do at least once a week. I'll stop by a Krispy Kreme and get a dozen donuts. And I have a sticker that's my business card, and I just stick it on the box. And we'll stop by any one of the mortgage places, real estate places, drop off a dozen donuts. Usually that's in the morning around 10 o'clock-ish. So we'll do that. And there again, they see the donuts, and it's a physical contact. To me, I like face-to-face. I don't know if everybody does that, but it's not that hard. It's actually pretty easy if you like talking to people.
Yeah, I love it. Last but not least, Robert, I really appreciate you taking the time with us, man. So
no problem.
For the insurance agent that is just entering the market, there's a lot of new people that I talk to that are like,
right,
I'm new in the insurance business. What would you recommend? What's the 3 or 5 things that you would recommend that they start doing to grow their business through referrals?
Okay, right off the bat, wear this. Get a shirt. You can do a name badge if you don't have access to this or you don't want to spend the money. What I did what I usually do is I just buy these shirts at Costco for $15.
Nice.
Then I take them to an embroiderer, and they do it for $8.
Nice.
So I'm gonna do it for for $30. And that was great. But then I found out State Farm has these shirts too, and they're about the same price. I just order it and it's done. And it comes in the mail 2 or 3 days later. So I would definitely wear the shirt. Obviously carry, and this is another thing that's weird. I can't tell you how many business owners I meet. They see my shirt. They go, oh, I'm I'm an optometrist or I'm a chiropractor. And I said, here's my card. I go, let me get your card so I can, keep in touch with you. And I said, ooh, cards. I left those at the office.
Yeah.
Why would you not carry your business cards with me? I mean, I have my business cards in my pocket. It goes on my nightstand when I go to bed. And in the morning when I put my new shirt on, I put the business cards in there and we're good to go. So that's number one.
Nice.
Number two, get involved in the different chambers. If you go to Facebook, and there again, this is a kind of a good source, you can do a event guides. Go to the events in your area.
Oh, nice.
And pick, I try to do obviously events that deal with real estate, Chamber of Commerce, some fundraisers, and that way I can get referrals. I mean, you can do other events like the fair, and the fair is going on right now, and if I go, I'll still wear my State Farm shirt even though I'm at the fair, going with my kids just to have a good time, but it still leads up to questions and interest. And by having a shirt with a thing on it makes you approachable.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And if you talk to strangers and you have a State Farm shirt on, they go, okay, he's an insurance guy. He's supposed to talk to people. That's what he does for a living. So that makes it a thing. So the, going to the different events, like I say, chamber is a big one, networking events, go to all those. Yeah. And now the key is, and you got to be careful on this one. You want to be interested, not interesting. What I mean by that is that you want to ask the other person what they do. It's like, hey, Alex, Alex Branding Group, what does that mean? Or what do you do? And then you can tell me what you do, how you work, stuff like that. And so you want to keep being interested in them. Eventually they're going to say, well, if they're smart, they'll say, tell me about what you do, or how'd you get in the insurance business? And that's even a great question too, is like, hey, Alex, how'd you get into the marketing business?
Yeah.
Because then you got something to talk about.
Yeah.
People say, well, I don't know what to say. And I said, well, talk about them.
Yeah.
Ask them how they got into their business. I mean, and I'm actually kind of curious how people get into different businesses. They'll be like, example, I do headshots for realtors. I'm a photographer. And now I'm starting to see people retiring. I did a headshot for a guy, he's 20 years LAPD, and now he's going into real estate because he's retiring, getting his pension, and going into real estate. I said, why? I mean, why are you going into real estate? And if you're retiring, he goes, well, I don't want to sit around and watch TV all day. I want to do something. And real estate seems like I have some flexibility, being a realtor, the flexibility to actually do what I want to do. So if you have photography skills, offer headshots for realtors. Yeah. Everyone needs a headshot. They need to be updated every 2 or 3 years. And I tell people the reason you need to update every 2 or 3 years is because if you have a photo from the 1980s glamour shot and you've aged to 40 years and you haven't changed your fit, and you haven't changed your picture, what that tells me and your clients is that if you're going to lie to me about your picture, what else are you going to lie to me about?
Yeah. That's
powerful. So you want to update your photograph either professionally. I don't know, not that expensive now because everyone's got cameras. And like I say, update your photo, keep it current. And that way, another thing I do also consistently is, except for Facebook, I use the same photo for everything. So whether I have a LinkedIn, Instagram, this webinar, I use the same photo for all different platforms. So people can see me on LinkedIn, they can see me on Instagram, they can see me on other social medias, and the photo's the same. So it's not confusing.
Nice. Now with the photos that you take for realtors, how do you turn that into referrals?
Oh,
or is there a plan? Yeah.
Oh, there's a plan. No, it's not by accident. Well, the biggest one is they'll say, okay, what do I owe you? I said, I go really easy. It doesn't cost you anything. I said, here's 2 business cards. When you get a buyer that's looking to buy a house, you need to give this to them and have them call my office.
Nice.
So they don't have to buy. So I want you to pass out 2 cards and tell them to call my office for a quote. And I said, I could do that, and that works great. We've gotten a lot of success with that as well.
I love it. That's brilliant. So, Robert, man, thank you so much for all the nuggets. I really appreciate it. It was great having you on, and I look forward to chatting with you soon, man. I'll talk to you later.
You got it, my friend. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Hey, what's up? We are the Branding Group. We are insurance marketing experts out of Northern California. We would love to work with you. You can schedule a free strategy session call by clicking on the link below. On that call, we're not going to sell you anything. We're going to support you. We're going to answer your questions, help you with whatever marketing obstacles you have, and present a few ideas that we believe could help you grow your business. Click on the link below. We're here for you.